Gala with Angie.
Okay, so clearly we've
Crazy.
all been affected by the fires, you know?
Mhm.
Yes.
Including some celebrities, including like Paris Hilton. She posted on her Instagram saying that she noticed that her house was on fire because of the TV. That she saw like on news that her house was on fire. So she made a whole message saying like, I never thought I was ever gonna see my house on fire, and finding out this way, like I hope no one ever finds out this way.
Maybe she
either.
wasn't in town or something.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Then
Mel
was her-
Gibson was on a podcast, was on the Joe Rogan podcast talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, I just went and did the podcast and kind of knew like, oh, I should check out my house.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the podcast, he saw that his house was
Oh
on
my
fire too.
gosh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Where was Paris Hilton's house? Was that
I
Malibu
believe
or
Malibu.
Palace? Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
Malibu.
Wow.
And then Janae Aiko, she actually did make a post as well saying that she's like, me and my children's home is gone, burned to the ground with all of our things inside. Lord have mercy. Thankfully, we still have each other, starting from scratch.
Oh
my heart is
gosh.
so heavy.
Yeah.
That is
That's
so
devastating.
sad.
Dang.
I'm sorry, Janae.
I know also like JJ, the coach of the Lakers, JJ
Yeah.
Redick,
Yeah.
lost his home. Kawhi had left
Yeah.
the team in order to
Check on
He
his
evacuated. He
fam.
left the Clippers and went
So
with
we
his
don't
family.
know.
Yeah.
Kawhi's very private, so we don't know like
Yeah.
what is going on there. But I know a lot of people
No,
are
but that
dealing with
sucks.
this.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
JJ, like in the middle of the season, you know what I'm saying? It's already tough, living out of a suitcase and traveling to, different towns and trying to focus and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's like, then like his family being displaced and then having to deal with all the stuff he lost or whatever, that sucks.
Even in the La Cañada area, I remember being like, bro, I know Tony's house is over there. Because when he first moved out here, when he first got the house, it was big news.
Yeah.
So much so that he hadn't moved in
Mhm.
because he's like, people know too much. They're
People
going to.
know,
Yeah,
yeah.
I want my privacy.
But it still belongs to him. He
Yeah.
hasn't been able to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's in that line of that fire
Mhm.
over there. Freddie Freeman, he has a crib in Studio City, so I'm wondering about his
Yeah.
spot too. And then also we're like random celebrity that we're like,
Our cousin.
hey, what is our cousin doing?
I know.
The winner of the
Edwin.
lottery, Edwin.
yeah.
He's from Altadena. He won the like $2 billion? Am I
3.
tripping?
I think it was like
a
3.
billion?
It was a lot.
It was a
Yeah,
lot.
I think it might have been 2-point-something billion dollars. It was one
Yeah.
of the biggest.
Edwin Castro.
Edwin Castro, the homie.
Yeah, 2 billion.
Yeah,
Mhm.
from Altadena area, and we're like, wait, is he okay?
But no, he
Yeah.
he is, but he lost his home in Malibu.
Wow.
Oh, not in Altadena. Oh.
No, not in the
Yeah.
Altadena, but that
Dang.
our primo de Luz's house. Then Kid Cudi,
He lost his house.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
Kid Cudi, he also said that he had to evacuate from his house, but he says that he is safe. And then he's sending prayers to everyone that's been evacuated. Jamie Lee Curtis, I don't know if you guys know her. I know her
Yeah,
from like
of
Freaky
course.
Friday.
Yeah.
She's a legend.
She,
Yeah.
I know like
Yeah.
she had concerns about
Halloween.
her house.
Halloween, yeah.
Yeah. She had concerns from her house, and then she finally saw that okay, her house is safe. But I've seen like she's the only celebrity that I've seen that she's pledging $1 million towards the LA fire relief. So
Wow.
props
that's
to
amazing.
Jamie Lee Curtis
Yeah.
on doing that.
I think a lot of times when it comes to celebrities losing their homes, people are like, well, you just buy another one.
Yeah,
Oh, you got
that's
it.
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah,
And Janae was going back and forth with people like, bruh, don't get it confused. Like, I'm not rich. And it's, I don't think she said I'm not Paris Hilton rich,
Yeah.
which is then comparing another.
Yeah.
celebrity.
I don't got that type of money.
But it's like, this is not the time to be like, so
Pocket
I guess
watching.
like,
No.
yeah, and
that's
so
what
like
it
I
is.
don't care because they're rich, and it's like,
Mhm.
dog, that's still
They're
such
still
a
human.
It's honestly still a natural disaster going on. Like
Yeah.
it's still fire.
Yeah.
I don't think you get rich enough to not be afraid of fire or
Yeah.
what the fire can do.
And they also are losing probably photos and
Memories.
memories that
Memories.
they will never be able to recover.
And,
And I get it, like they will be able to, in a sense, financially
Mm-hmm.
recover, but there's still that emotion, that
Yeah,
connection, that, and even like if they have kids, like explaining to your kids that situation,
yeah.
like there's
Like,
a lot
we
that
can't
goes
go
on.
back to our home because it burned
Yeah.
down or
I-
anything
But
like
it's
that.
all scale, right? Because it's like, okay, if you have, a couple thousand in your bank, but you lose $200 in your wallet, you're still gonna be affected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still gonna be
It
like,
still
damn, I
hits
lost
you.
$200.
Yeah.
Man, like, doesn't that ruin your day? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's like these people, yes, they might have, maybe $1 million, $2 million in the bank, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like they lost their home worth $1 million. Like
Yeah.
that, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
it's still a lot. It
I
still
pray I
takes a toll.
never lose empathy for people beyond like that's
Yeah.
just
No
it's
matter
just
their
It's, like, very
so
cynical.
great. Very, very
Yeah.
much so. And Janae's an LA baby. Like
is.
she's
We
from
all
know that.
Slauson. Like
Yeah.
don't it's a lot. Edwin too, bro. I'm so sorry. My
Yeah.
cousin.
Our cousin, Letty, our
cousin.
cousin. Pobrecito, he lost his house from
Yeah.
Malibu.
I lost my tent.
Totally, this is not meant to be a joke at all, and it's
Your
not funny
tent.
at all. But when it comes to Paris Hilton, I wonder if she could just go to like a Hilton.
I thought about that.
You
too.
know what I'm
probably,
saying?
I was
It's not
probably
like,
has,
like
but
a-
it's not to be the pun because that's her last name.
Some
But like,
Yeah.
seats
yeah,
reserved or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure she could. I'm sure she could.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
it's crazy. And you know what? Like I started to think even further. It's like imagine what the renting, scenario is gonna be like going
Yeah.
forward here in LA, because now there's gonna be a shortage of homes. If over
Yeah.
1,000
I
homes are
know.
lost, now you got to think about the rent is about to go sky high because everybody wants to move in somewhere fast and quick while their homes are being rebuilt.
Right.
So it's gonna affect every single one of us.
you know,
Yeah.
and even for the people that have lost their homes, not celebrity or not, I know we're talking about this, and it's been all over the news lately about how insurance companies had not reinstated coverage, and
Yep.
like last year, a lot of them started pulling out or like changing and switching up their coverage for people's homes. And I don't have it on me. I hope
I have it. Yeah, it's so the last night, a California Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara issued a mandatory 1-year moratorium protecting homeowners' insurance coverages in the affected areas of the Palisades and Eden fires.
Oh, that's
yeah,
So
so
that
the
means-
help
That's
is
good
here.
news.
I know a lot
Yeah.
of like the first couple days were like, dang, somebody please help us. Like, what is and all we saw were the negatives and negatives. And I'm
100%.
seeing, okay, now they're stepping in. I know Biden also said that the relief is going to be 100% covered by the federal
Yep.
government. So that while it's still stressful out here, the air quality still sucks. It allows for you to kind of, I guess, breathe easier on that front when we're seeing people cry in front of their homes. Like, what am I
Yeah.
going
Not
to do?
knowing if
And their
it's gonna be
insurance and
able
all of
to-
that.
Yeah, so it said the moratorium is going to prohibit insurance companies from enacting non-renewals and cancellations until January 7th, 2026.
that's good.
That's
So a
a
whole
silver
year
lining right
Yeah.
there, man.
That
That's
they're
some good
able to
news.
not cancel. And I was reading that back in 2022, Allstate, State Farm, other insurance companies were canceling and non-renewing
Yeah.
coverages for
We
people.
had talked about it. I
Yeah.
remember, and even
Yeah.
on the car front, it's
Yeah.
getting harder
Yep.
and harder to get insurance.
Yeah.
So if they were in a fire, area, a fire potentially area, like they were non-renewing.
Yeah.
It. As soon as it
Yeah.
would come up, they'll be
They're
like, "Oh,
too
sorry,
high
we're
risk."
not going
Yeah.
to renew
Oh.
you," and stuff like that. And so, this at least is providing some relief for some of the people that potentially would not get their
Right.
their insurance renewed.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
non-renewing people that were in these zones that were like the potential
Yeah, the high risk.
the high risk, and they were also non-renewing people that had the same policy from years ago. So if
Yeah.
someone had that policy for like 30 years, their payment was so low, so that by this time it ended up not making sense
It
for
defeats
them.
the
for
entire
them.
purpose.
Yeah, I do wish them all the best, and I hope everything works out for them. But that's it for Sombras al